Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sinners and Saints. We're back, and it looks like some of you are logging in, so that's good. I see, as you can see, we have a new layout. For some odd reason, I'm on I guess it would be your left since you're watching. That's cool. All right, we love our production team here at Sinners and Saints.
That's
Welcome,
production team.
everyone. Um, I guess welcome back. We'll just get straight to it. This is welcome to episode 3, Deuteronomy 28:34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So, welcome back, players. For those of you that are just tuning in, maybe your first time watching us live, welcome. Or if you're watching it on YouTube or Twitch later, welcome. If you haven't seen the first couple episodes, they're available on YouTube and Twitch. Please go back and watch so you can be up to date. We'll do a quick recap here in a second. But very important thing about KULT is a game of mature themes. So my players and I kind of use kind of a hybrid of various systems I've encountered. One, the horror contract from KULT. I indicate over here, you can't see it, my black edition of KULT. I also use Monty Cook's kind of consent form that I had the players fill out ahead of time. And we kind of use that, and we divide it up into 3 kinds of topics. Green topics are completely okay. We have a lot of green topics. Red topics, to skip this, red topics are things that we don't talk about. They happen in the world of KULT, because it's a world in darkness, but we just don't focus on those. And our yellow topics are things that maybe a little to use for the I am the vampire interpreter. For those that don't know, I know sign language, and I would say there's sticky topics, very things we're not sure about how everyone is. So when we approach those topics, I will usually warn people. Before the stream began, we talked about potential content warnings, but let's say intimacy is a very common one amongst our players. So if our lovely Simone, the murder nun, decides that in order to murder people in her nun-like fashion, that she must seduce them, if it's anything more than a passing comment, Simone will say, yellow topic, intimacy. We all have to agree. And if we all agree, we continue. If we can also put parameters, I'm like, not a lot of detail, sure. And we keep going from there. Anytime, anything can change. Anything can go up. Green topics can become yellow, and yellow topics can become red. Red topics come up, we just move on. That being said, we've talked about it, so I feel like everyone's very comfortable. So, with that, unless there's any objections from our players, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Any objections? All right, motion carried. So, welcome to Sinners and Saints. We have the St. Clair family, which runs the south side of the city. A kind of satellite gang, the Angels, run by Eve. The family and the gang have run into some problems with the 7 deadly sins and their new drug E. In our first episode, there was an attempt at peace. Unfortunately, the peacekeeper that arrived, his bodyguards seemed to change into ravenous monsters, killed the peacekeeper, and nearly severely injured the St. Clairs and their party. Through various other things, Peter St. Clair, the de facto Don of the St. Clair family, since we discovered that Emmanuel, his older brother, was attacked that very night, and his body has yet to be recovered. He had to call the police he had to call in a favor from Captain Lioncourt of the 13th Precinct in an attempt to remove some pressure. That favor came back to him the following episode, or came back. Captain Lioncourt is facing her own problems as the 7 deadly sins are buying up her competition for her job. She looked incompetent because she had yet to find a usable sample of E. It seems it expires in 12 hours and becomes inert, and there's nothing you can learn from it. So, in exchange for continuing to operate their business, because it's almost like Captain Lioncourt knew there was a reason the police shouldn't be there the other night, and 3 members of the 7 deadly sins have gone missing. It would be terrible.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, it would be terrible if they investigated the building. I'm sure you cleaned up everything. But did you?
I have people for that.
So the party came together and attempted to get access to a sample of Eve. Eve. Ugh. We already had Eve. E.
You,
Alright.
I don't give out
However,
samples.
as a result, E seems to have a strange effect over people that have weakened stability. And I believe it was Simone who was the first to give in, and the world, the illusion as it's called, began to shatter around them. It is there that you met the Dometer, essentially which you do not know because my players have not read the book, so this is their first time experience it. And you met a Nephirite, which lets you all through very harrowing and torturing experiences.
Just the
You were
name
able to
sounds
break
very
free.
cuddly.
You were able to break free, and a few days later, and you were able to get a sample of the E to Captain Lioncourt. There's some other things that happened too. The murder nun, Simone, is part of a crazy cult that believes they're attempting to redeem fallen angels. In this strange other dimension that you were at, you saw that very angel. Mary is having her own trouble of whether or not she should fall into this world of organized crime that she's attempting to stay out of, but she seems to be a vessel of possession, in addition to the strange tattoo on her body. And now she is seeing a very interesting therapist and may do some dream therapy. We learned that Eve may have had a hand in the death of Peter St. Clair's father. We also know that she's feeling a great deal of guilt, in result of the fact that she works for the St. Clairs, but her gang leader, her best friend, was murdered by them. And then Peter just having a terrible trouble just dealing with all this stuff.
Oh my god.
So with that, let's go ahead. As I did last time, we're going to have the players go around and introduce themselves, and I will introduce myself. But the players will, again, answer a question. And, of course, I can never find it when I'm supposed to. Did it close down? I'm going to hate you, computer. Oh, here. It's because it's on the other screen. I was trying to be fancy. Here it is. So the question my players are going to answer is, what was your favorite moment about last game? And what question does your character have about what is happening? So I will go first. Hi, everyone. I am the Game Master. You can find me on Instagram at The Vampire Interpreter. So my favorite part about last game, oh God, where to begin? I will definitely say when reality melted around everyone, just the overall shock and awe. When I was watching later to kind of steal screen caps to make a banner, my favorite, I think I saw a good picture of Peter when I was putting my fangs in. That was probably my most enjoyable moment. So I obviously don't have any burning questions other than what kind of crazy shenanigans we will get into tonight. Let's go ahead and start with you, Peter. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what was your favorite moment of last game and what burning question does your character have?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan. You can find me on Instagram at Nox Eternus. It's the same name that you see, I think, below my picture here. My favorite moment last game, besides the amusing realization that we are, in fact, all vampire LARPers, so there are various fangs and special effects makeup that we all have access to. I'm going to be arrogant because my favorite moment last game is a tie between killing the ghoul of my father after I won the ability to see through that spell.
That was a good moment.
That's great.
And describing that Peter heroically will take out his gun, flick the safety off, load it, and then bravely, valiantly run screaming the other direction.
Good job. Proud of you. Proud of you.
A couple of seconds. Just need a couple seconds of strength. All right, let's move over and let's meet Eve Keller. Eve, introduce yourself and tell us what was your favorite moment of last game and what's your character's most burning question?
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm playing Eve. I'm a fiery sunbird pretty much everywhere. You know, one of my favorite moments last game, of course, I was thinking about it and just like blasted through my head. I did like the idea of I like the scene where, okay, Simone, Mary, you guys have to go buy the drugs because they recognize me and Peter. Do you need me to coach you? Now we should be fine. Oh, I should have coached them. I should have given them a script. I should have sent in my own. Oh no. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
And it did. Everything. Yeah. What possibly did go wrong?
No idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I think it went well.
And
I
your character's burning question.
Her burning question is probably the same as Lion Court's. What is it about E that is so alluring? Why does it expire? Why is there a time limit on it? And what's it like? Kind of curious.
That's right. Yeah, you were the one that resisted. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, what is it like? Well, we'll see. You never know. I doubt it's going to quickly disappear anytime soon. All right, let's drop down to Mary Parker. So, Mary, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us about your favorite moment of last game and your character's most burning question.
Hi, I'm Catherine. You can find me on Instagram at smallfry. Last game, I will have to say, E was my favorite part. Just her being like, what did you do? Why didn't you do the thing? I trusted you. I will never do anything ever again. Which just, it was fantastic. I loved it. And probably the question that my character has, other than what the fuck was all of that, would be, what happened to that angel thing?
That threw the spear and ripped the Dominator out of your body. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. A lot happened that I didn't recap, everybody. If you are really confused, please go back and watch the previous episodes. It's hard
There's
to...
a reason you
Yep.
should watch the previous episode.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and last but certainly not least, Simone St. Clair, #MurderNone. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell me what your favorite part of last game was and what your character's most burning question is.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm playing Simone St. Clair / the Murder Nun. You can find me at Redhead Vixen right there. I would say my favorite part would have to be going from refusing to take vodka and my screwdriver to being like, sure, I'll do some random drugs you have. Take it like communion.
Indeed.
It's good to have range.
Yeah, exactly.
And my burning question has definitely got to be, oh God, where's my tongue? Where's my tongue?
That's right. So on that note, I will. And you still do have your tongue, but you definitely have a bloody lip. You will speak in a raspy voice, like it's there. The angel was nice enough to give it back after you left some horrible other reality, but it hurts. It hurts. You probably should not have orange juice anytime soon. It's probably gonna sting.
Here, you dropped this.
Oh.
All right.
Lort.
So with that, I think we're ready to begin our third episode into Sinners and Saints. So with that, as has started all of our previous episodes, we will take a moment to peer into the lives of our individual characters and players. Mary, we'll start with you. You hear a noise. A strange noise. Something that sounds an awful lot like a music box. It's small, its light tings and tangs awaken you. You find yourself in your bed, but not in your room. Across the room, in the other corner, you will see a small twin-size bed. What do you do?
My bed, but not my room. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to get up and look around. Do I see anything besides the twin bed? The other side of the room?
You are, so in a strange way, this corner is your room, but it gives way to not your room. It seems to be the room, that of a child's. And you hear whimpering, as if someone's crying.
I am going to go towards the sound.
That, of course, leads you to the bed. There's a lump in it, but in very horror movie fashion, you will reach for the bed, pull back. There's pillows and a stuffed animal, made to look like someone's laying in the bed. But you still hear the crying and whimpering. Is there another obvious place you would check?
Gonna look under the bed.
Of course you do. Under the bed, you see a young girl. She is cowering away from you. What do you do?
I'm going to reach out and be like, "Are you okay?"
She will at first kind of like, I should have, I'm so mad at myself as stepping out of this for a second. I should have brought a friggin' stuffed animal. Darn. Prop failure for the night. But anyway, so as she recoils from your touch at first, what do you say?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Are the monsters out there? She asks.
Mary's gonna, like, not that I can see.
Why don't you give me an influence other roll? Which,
Can
because
I use that with charismatic aura so that she will?
if you would like, we can
trust
do
me?
the charismatic aura.
That
And that
gives me
is,
pluses.
there we are.
And what is my
That is a soul check.
soul check? So that is 16.
16?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So that's a complete success. So you are able to influence this child to trust you. She will reach out and you're able to touch her hand. What do you do?
I'm gonna keep kind of encouraging her to come out, try to kind of comfort her, and like just in her tiny little hands and mine, I'm just gonna
Gotcha.
rub her hand.
So you pull her out and you do your best to comfort the child. And then you hear a groaning that kind of just seems to echo almost through the floorboards. And the young child will kind of recoil from the noise, like, we have to go, the monsters are coming.
There's no doors, right?
Oh, there's a door.
There's a door.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, and she's out now, so I'm
Yes,
going
you
to
got her. I mean, yeah.
pick her up and head towards that door.
All right, so the door opens, leading you to a kind of very domesticated hallway. You would expect to see this in a little bit of an older house, but a house nonetheless. It extends both to your left and to your right. Which way do you go?
Left.
Left? Okay. You move down there and you will, so you go down the hallway. There is another hallway to the right. What do you do? Do you keep going straight or do you turn to the right? Do you peek first?
That's actually probably important. I'm gonna peek around the corner to make sure it's okay to go straight. So no one sees me.
Gotcha. So you look to the right and suddenly this hallway gives way to a playground. And you will see very stern children speaking in a very mocking tone, like, freak, oh, your mommy's dead. Wah! A bunch of terrible, terrible children that, you instantly just hate by looking at. So do you go to the right or do you keep going straight?
I'm gonna keep going straight with.
Gotcha.
child.
All right. Avoid the terrible monster children. Good, probably good call. As you go further, at the end of this hallway, there will be, it's almost like an older version of that child. And he has it's an older man, probably about, well, I should say young man, but he is aged from it, probably around 17, and he kind of looks at you and the child. He's like, hey, I don't see you here often. What do you do?
What in the world do you mean?
So he's like, oh, here, just have a drink, relax. And as that, his skin suddenly tightens around his face. And behind him, there is the man in black, the man you saw standing in your flashback repressed memory, standing over Mo. Pulls this young boy's skin off. And the boy falls. After he pulls off all of his skin, blood will just pool down and he falls lifeless. What do you do?
I am going to grab that child and run back in the other direction.
All right, you run back in the other direction. Frantic now, I'm going to need a keep it together roll.
Oh no, this is my wrong dice. Ooh. That's with coolness, right? Or is it just regular?
I believe it's a coolness check. And I'm trying to look at too many things at one time. That'll teach me here. Oh, that's the core book. It's act under pressure. That's what I meant to say. Act under pressure. And is that it? Yeah, it's act under pressure. So it's a coolness check. What was your result?
Hey guys, remember my favorite number from last episode? Number 5.
All right. There are serious consequences you make. There are serious consequences. You make a mistake or you are exposed to the danger that GM makes a move. So the house now, unfortunately, as you have probably quite caught on, at least you as the player, that this is not exactly a normal house. You turn, twisting left and right, trying to escape the horrible sight you saw previously. It leads you back to a concrete room with chains and barbs. And there stands in front of you the creature you met not too long ago. The Dominator. Oh, yes. I guess I could. You know what? We will skip the makeup because you're probably going to run away. Do not be frightened, child. Come to me, and you will be safe. You will be strong enough as it reaches towards you. Do you want to stay here with this creature, Mary?
I want to smack its hand and keep running.
All right. All right, so you continue to run. And if this were a movie, the music would pick up of the creepy music box would continue to horribly chime in your ear, and it leads you over to another hallway covered in blood. There are other tormentors dead. And there's the man in black, and he will reach out. Do not be afraid. He reaches, and the child will let go of your hand and start walking towards him. Be not afraid, it says.
Totally afraid. I am totally afraid. Can I try and pull the child back?
You try to, but the man in black kind of steps towards in a frightening manner, as if, how dare you touch this child? We will say, because you failed your act under pressure roll, that will startle you and you don't move. And the child will hold its bloody claw-like hand and look back at you and says, he protects me from all the monsters. Just like you. And as you kind of take a step back, like you're not a monster, you bump into something behind you, and it is the Dominator. And its fingers will go over your shoulders and it will say, you're mine now. And with that, you wake up in Dr. Raven's office. It's okay. It's okay. You're safe with me. I said dream therapy could be very difficult.
It was more than difficult. It was awful.
What did you see?
A small child. There were monsters. We had to run. there's a man in black, and he seemed so familiar, but I couldn't tell you who or what he was.
Anyone else?
There was this thing that just grabbed me, and it was terrifying, and it just kind of sunk its claws into me.
Is this related to what happened a few days ago? We'll ask.
Yeah.
I would be a terrible psychiatrist, Mary, if I would say I did not notice a change in your behavior. You seem to have a fracture. Two sides of you pulling. One against the other. I'm curious on which side you'll choose. And with that, we'll fade to black and move on to the next scene. That being said, I was looking up earlier, just to step out for a quick second, looking over at our chat. I believe I saw, hey, Tyler Gray subscribed. Hello, Ty. Lovely to see you. I'm sure we're all excited. Those of us that know you, I'm glad you're able to come and watch tonight. So I thought I saw that. Pretty sure. Anyway, there it is. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. So it's good to see it. All right, cool. It's good to see them. Hi. Okay, so back to business. Okay. Okay. Moving on. The phone rings. Eve. It's
Sorry,
ominous.
I had myself muted. It's
shocked, I'm sure.
Hi, what can I do for you?
As I realize I did not warn you about this scene, so let's have fun with some improvisation. Eve, it's Felix. Felix is one of the men that you may or may not have talked to, who may be related to that horrible thing that happened to the mafia boss.
What happened with Felix? Are they okay?
This is Felix. It's
Felix. Okay.
Yeah.
Felix. What?
We need to meet.
Yes. When? Where?
All right. So he describes probably the creepiest, terrible place you would totally have a clandestine meeting with potentially assassins.
Oh yeah. I mean, she knows exactly where that is.
You know what? We're gonna even say it. I love it. You know what? You're gonna meet over Kenzie's grave. Yeah, there we go.
Kiza's grave.
Kiza's. I'm just butchering names today. All right,
you're real bad with names. Bless
I got a bunch of
them.
I got a bunch of them here.
Yep.
Yeah, I've created such a cornucopia of a cast here.
Plethora of people.
Plethora. I like cornucopia. CC. Anyway, you moving on. Is there anything you do in preparation for this meeting of known assassins that you've worked with before?
I make sure my 1911 is loaded, safety on. I've got knives aplenty, boot knives, some stuck in the shirt, in the pants. I am armed.
You're armed.
I will also, on the way, warn Caleb, my right-hand man, of what's going on and let him know that he can come if he would like.
I like
probably
that
gonna go
seems
sideways.
to be enjoying my butchering of names.
Yep. Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah. All right. This is it would be either very late or very early. The sun has not yet come up, but it's 4 a.m. It's on its way, but it's still very much pitch black. In the poorly illuminated cemetery, you arrive. Stepping out from the shadows in a hoodie is Felix. The Felix you remember was a very robust man, obviously an assassin. A muscle has to be. But he has melted away into something else. He is a shell. It looks as if the years have been tough to him. What happened to him, you don't know. After you told them where to find him, you haven't seen them since.
Felix, what? What? Talk to me. What happened to you? No, look at me. Look at me.
Hold on.
Okay.
I am checking my notes. Do you want to know what happened here?
Sorry.
Yeah. I got a call. So just to update you, you're going to hear some names. There are 3 people that were involved.
Okay.
We have Felix and the other 2 names you hear that don't have any other context. Just to
Okay.
update you. Gregory called me the other day.
Yeah. And?
Link is dead.
Dead? How? How? When?
Someone's been snooping around.
Fuck.
48 hours ago. Gregory said there's a man named Doug Lowe searching, trying to find some. Apparently, he's found us. He seems to know what we were present for that night. I haven't heard from Gregory since then.
We have to assume that the same thing happened to him. Shit.
He was worried he was being followed. Do you know who
We're-
this Doug Lowe is?
You know, I can ask around, see if the name rings any bells. You need to, if you haven't already, assume you're burned.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm tying up loose ends.
You don't have time. You have to get out of town.
Give me a intuition check.
Oh boy, let's see. Let's see how intuitive I am. Do I have that people's intuition? Kind of.
Could be better, could be worse. I don't even
Yeah,
know
you
what
know.
I don't even know what your intuition is.
I'm rolling at a +1.
There you go. Could be better, could be worse.
Right, 60. That's a 17 total.
All right. So your questions you could ask about this person. You can ask 2 questions. Are you lying? How do you feel right now? What are you about to do? What do you wish I would do? And how could I get you to do insert thing? If you want, I can answer one of those questions for you.
Yeah, I would love for you to pick one. I think the other question that I
want to hear your question first.
The one that I'm wondering is what does he want me to do? Or was that the one, or is it
Don't worry. It all gets in there. I dropped a hint. I'm here to tie up loose ends. Guess who's a loose end?
Oh, this end is looser than you think, kiddo.
So, do you make a move first, or does he?
Yeah, Han shoots first.
Does Han shoot first?
Han shoots
right.
first. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck Greedo.
Give me a violence check.
Oh boy, I'm good at that. Come on, babies. Okay. Nice. That's an 18.
I will take it. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I'm not really too worried about this minor
Pew, pew, pew.
character. So yeah, after he says that I'm here to tie up loose ends, you just kind of stare back at him, and before he can say I'm sorry, there's already 2 in his chest.
2 in his chest, 1 on the head, just to be sure.
Just to be sure. Love it.
I am a professional. Maybe not professional at this specific thing, but I know how to make sure people are dead.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Eve, now you're with the realization that if Link or Gregory talked and Doug Lowe gets back to the St. Clairs, they might know what you had to do with it.
Well.
That being said,
Yeah.
we'll fade to black. I And we'll go to Simone. We find Simone back in the church, in a way where she belongs, but the question is, how comfortable does she feel there? Father Ezekiel's faith is broken, stating that he saw the throne of God empty in an empty chasm in its place. But in that same night, you met a demon and an angel. Fucked up couple of days. Your lip's healing well enough. It's hard for you to talk, but you manage. You're sitting over a book, Father Ezekiel's journals. You're looking for any answer. Oh, you know what? I like this. Let me see if I can pull this up. This might be more fun for you to do this.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So if you just give me a quick delay here for a second. I guess, Simone, do you have Discord up? Or some way that I could send you something for you to read as your character, rather than me read it. Everyone's tired of listening to me talk. Let's have you.
It's not ominous at all.
Right?
Yeah.
This seems fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
absolutely. I think I probably meant to send this to you earlier, but I can't always be 100% prepared. Apparently, I got it written down. That was the key thing. All right, I will send it in our chat. I'll put it in your character chat. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm sending it. So this is what you're reading, and I would love for you to read that aloud.
In my translation of the choirs of the Most High, I found many houses or choirs not mentioned in other works. I've translated one such passage below. This house of the Elohim, the guardians, they serve the Most High by protecting those whom he has chosen. No foul thing shall harm them in body or spirit. You will know the guardians by their 4 wings and their sharp skin, for they are both beautiful and deadly to behold. The passage written...
Keep going. You're good.
The passage written after this is in a strange script. I must find a copy of Dr. Azul's Dead Languages, Volume 6, if I am to have any hope of translating it.
Sounds an awful lot like something you ran into not too long ago. As you're reading, you feel the presence of someone near you.
I have a look around.
Sister Suzanne, I see you are reading the Good Father's works.
I hoped it would have some answer for me.
You never told me what happened to your face. And as it is healed strangely much quicker than everything else, she will brush your hair back, revealing the cut that was left on your forehead by the Nephirite that you encountered. What happened? Your work amongst the redeemers of the fallen, it is yours to keep, and only a confessor should hear it. But as we have none, if there's anything you need to tell me, I am, if anything, a sensitive ear.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do next. I'm not sure how to follow this path.
Well, I would say you have 3 options that lead from the same source. You can pray and ask God for guidance. You could ask yourself what you feel you must do next, because God speaks through all of us, especially us. Or, she kind of indicates the book, you could talk to the Father. I know his mind is broken, but she turns and looks at you very gravely. I trust you can do whatever you have to do to get him to tell you the truth.
Of course.
We are fighting for the souls of men. I'm sure the Father would understand.
Sacrifices are made at times.
They can be tough. But that's where I would start.
Yes, sister.
May the Lord be with you.
And with you.
And we will fade to black on Simone. Strangely enough, the murder nun has no one to kill. What is this? The night is young. The night
Anytime.
Is young. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if I hadn't have done her job for her, I mean, you know,
Yeah, kill stealer.
muppy.
Kill stealer.
Kill
Oh, damn.
stealer.
All right, and moving on, finally. We find ourselves far outside the city. You can still see the lights off in the distance. It's towering skyscrapers. But you are far outside of its reach, as it were. You're at a small airport. There stands Peter St. Clair with two nondescript guards of the St. Clair family. A nice black car. About 50 feet away is a parked luxury jet. Noah St. Clair has come to visit. The leader of the St. Clair family throughout the world and Don of New York City. Your uncle. A man not to be trifled with. In a way, rivaling Mr. Milton in power and fear. But that's to everyone else, not to family. The doors to the jet open. Two men come out. They move very quickly. About 10 feet in front of you, they quickly set up a table, put down a nice tablecloth, and they set up two places. There's food. Another few other attendants come out, and they will set up another serving station. And a man in a chef's outfit comes out and stands. Sir, he will indicate for you to sit.
And I will go ahead and take a seat. Don't think this is the first time I've seen something like this set up,
Oh, no.
so.
Stepping out are two bodyguards. They look left, right. Stepping out are two more. After that, steps out Noah St. Clair. Yeah, I'll call you back. I'll call you. I'm with my my nephew. Thank you. Call me back as soon as you know. He'll walk down. Peter, I'm so sorry for what happened to Emmanuel. Don't worry, I got people on it. As a matter of fact, hoping to get a call. But
Fingers crossed.
I'm hungry. Sit down. Mario, what do we got to eat? What are we drinking to first? You know me, I can't go too long without something. Why, sir? And he lists off this very expensive wine. 1766. I like it. It's almost as old as I am. Pour one for him. And he's no, just leave the bottle. Mario, what else you got? So of course it will be something very Italian Alfredo. I have of course brought my favorite meal for when you guys roll bad.
Damn.
My popcorn.
Mm.
You want some?
No, thank you.
No, you know me. I can't go.
No, I'm hoping that we'll hear good news soon.
Mm.
Obviously, if you have your people on it, I have mine on it.
Oh, I always do. Mario, you outdid yourself. I swear. Well, excuse my manners. It's like it's like eating young virgins or something. You just can't. You can't get a better taste. I'll tell you. As old as I am, living this long, food makes it worth it. So, tell me about the 7 deadly sins problem you have.
Oh, fuck me. They're a pain in the ass. We've been trading, blows back and forth. We hit them hard a little while ago, and Mr. Milton approached us and wanted me to make another attempt at peace. Well, I made the attempt, and the bodyguards that their negotiator brought with him went off their fucking rockers, and they attacked him, they attacked my people, had to get put down. So needless to say, I think that peace is not going to be an option at this point.
Fuck them.
Then again, at that point too, they were in the middle of fucking hitting Emmanuel for all I know, so...
I wouldn't be surprised. Seems I don't like to play by the rules.
No, they don't play by any rules.
So, I ended up pushing this new drug. What's it?
Yeah.
E?
Yeah.
A little bird told me Captain Lioncourt had something to do with that. Well, tell me that story.
You know how business is. We trade favors with certain individuals. Every so often, we have to repay the favor. She wanted a sample of it. We got her a sample of it. Keeps her in her position. She's amenable to us and the family. Not amenable at all to the 7 deadlies. So, it's a win-win.
Good. You know what I'm liking to hear here?
Mm.
In spite of all this tragedy, you're keeping your eye on the ball.
You taught me well.
Yeah. Community and family are important, but it means nothing if the foundation falls underneath it.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck if my world's ending. I have to keep everything together for the family.
Some people that had this kind of trouble, they'd have folded. But you focused.
Always.
Makes me proud. We got it. Did you want more wine?
Sure.
One more. So, as I'm sure as Noah continues his binging, he is not a large gentleman. He is average size. But his appetite, as you know, is he loves food. Loves it. The phone will ring. Oh. Yes. Doctor.
I believe you lagging on us a little bit, Adam.
Someone take a screenshot.
Someone clip that, please.
Please. Screenshot.
I think we might be experiencing some technical difficulties. Pretty sure he's not just doing that as a gag.
This is his new demon thing, just frozen forever.
No, you guys, this is a trap. We're gonna get so into it, and then boom, it comes back.
Well,
I mean,
He'll be back
that's
with the fangs
entirely
and all.
possible.
see, and here I'm so worried that it was our Discord issue. You know,
Oh, no,
we used to be able to
Discord.
set
Can we see
a
me?
watch
Hello?
by him. Yes,
Hello?
we can
Yes,
see
we
you.
can see you now.
All right. Am I back on the stream?
No.
No? Okay.
There-
There could be a
They're at a small
Hang on.
delay, so-
producer's giving me a nod. Am I
Now you
back?
are.
Yes, but now you're Peter St. Clair and Rin is the GM.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay,
You
well,
have a
so-
new job, Mary.
I'm Simone and you're
So-
Mary.
So we
Peter-
have a
Totally fine,
horrible
I got you.
temporal phenomenon, and everyone is now in new bodies. Please tell me I'm the murder nun. I want to be the murder.
No,
Damn it.
you're Peter.
Oh.
I'm the
Wait,
murder
hold on,
nun.
hold
on.
I
Okay.
get to be the murder nun for a minute.
I mean, I'm Eve, so that means I'm best. Oh, now it's back to normal.
Oh, okay. Are we good?
Temporal anomaly fixed.
All right. Sorry about that. Always the fun thing about live.
Damn it,
Never know
Adam.
what's going to happen. I did hear. I got the tail end of it after I froze, where all I heard was someone take a screenshot. Someone take a screenshot.
Yeah.
I may, in fact, have gotten a screenshot.
All right, that's-
Perhaps
Okay.
I may have.
There's a lot of
Yes.
people got
Producer.
one.
Our producer
High
tells
key?
us.
Spam that on Twitter.
Gotcha. All right.
I want to see
love-
it.
Absolutely.
All right. Sounds great. Okay. So, anyway, so the phone rings. which was good. I should have taken that time to look up that thing. I was like, I need to quickly look up the name. All right, so yeah, lovely, good. Good, you get him there. Oh, yeah, all right, you're out of here. Good. Well, you wake up Brooks, and you get that pot. I don't care what time it is. I pay him enough. All right. Blessed is the Virgin. Just as I thought. 30 miles downriver, they had Emmanuel marked as a John Doe in a coma. They're bringing him up to Keith Memorial Hospital now. I'm having my own guy flown in.
Yeah.
Dr. Brooks. He's going to take it over. So here's what I need you to do.
Yeah.
He's your brother. Blood calls blood. You gotta see him.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll go.
Take your cousin, Eve, and someone else close to him. See him. 6 Hail Marys each. We gotta get God to look down on this.
Understood.
6. No more. No less. I got the doctor coming, Brooks. He'll handle the situation. He's gonna be under armed guard. It's gonna be fine. But after that, you let Brooks handle it. You do what you've been doing. You keep your eye on the ball. You'll get the job done. You're doing good. You're gonna keep the family. You're gonna keep it good. Community. Family ties, that's what the most important. That's what I know, and that's what I love about you. My son was taken from me. And I feel sometimes it's maybe I put a little too much pressure on you to make you out to the son that I lost, but keep your eye on the ball, get the job done. I'm gonna go head back. What you're telling me here, I'm gonna try to get a hold of Milton. See if he and I can work something out.
Thank you.
He likes to sit on the side, things like this. Maybe I'll
He likes
get you
to
a
sit
little
on
bit
the
of help.
side. He likes to pull strings, but
Mm.
that's not to say that we're not getting something out of that deal, but
Well,
okay.
you head on back. You go see your brother right away.
I will.
Alright.
Thanks.
Okay. Alright. Back to Mario to go. Just bring the whole table and I'll finish it on the way. And that brings us the whole team together. Peter, do you wish to call your friends to help your brother? 6 Hail
Absolutely.
Marys. No more, no less.
Absolutely, since these are apparently my best friends through this hell that I'm going through. And I have...
I don't know what you're talking about. I hate
Excellent.
you people.
I
I
am
mean-
your favorite bartender.
You're my favorite bartender, and Emmanuel likes you too, and you're my cousin, and you know
Okay,
you are my bestest badass. So clearly,
I like Simone. I like Simone.
I think everyone here is a sinner.
Yeah,
Just funny
They're the
because you're the
ones that
Saints.
I
make-
make that good
Yeah.
cinnamon tea.
I am not. I am an angel, thank you. I am one of the
My
Riverside
goodness.
Angels. I am not a saint.
So
Oh my
real quick,
goodness.
on the side, I apologize for slapping my lips in everyone's ear. I wanted to
Oh,
really
God.
nail home a character trait.
I was not prepared.
Gotcha.
The mouth sounds, Adam. No.
There you go.
I was not at all prepared for that, Adam. Thank you
It
very
was.
much.
It was fantastic.
That was
It was-
horrifying.
Gotcha.
The Dune character,
Baron
the big-
Harkonnen.
Baron Harkonnen. Thank you. Big Harkonnen vibes.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
the very big Harkonnen vibes there.
All right. So go ahead. I'm going to let you guys role play for a few minutes, let you guys reconvene at Eden. This would be a good chance for you guys to role play amongst yourself, maybe talk about past things that happened. That's up to you. When I feel like it's lulling a little bit, we'll get the show on the road. So I will let my players Which is, as I say that, I'm like, I realize, which way are they? Okay, they're over here. Okay, there we are. I will let you guys take the lead for a bit. So go ahead, have at.
Mary, could I have my usual, please?
Sloshes it a little bit more than usual.
I don't complain. Weird question for you. Feel free to say no. Does the name Doug Lowe ring any bells for you? I'm trying to get a hold of him.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Why do you
Come on.
ask?
I
It just.
may have broken a bottle in his hand.
Oh,
But he
was he?
touched my butt.
Oh,
Okay?
was he that guy the night of the meeting? Okay.
Peter can tell you more.
Why do you ask?
You know, one of my guys, I think, said something about he was sniffing around and didn't know who he was, and I think I might need to get in contact with him. Straighten some things out. You know, I don't need him sniffing around my people if I am with your people.
I'll tell him to leave off of them for you. It's fine.
Do you have a card or something?
No, I have my own ways of getting a hold of him.
Okay, well. Alright.
But he is doing some work for me, courtesy of Mr. Milton.
Mr. Milton.
Yes.
And does seem to like to have his fingers in every single pie in the city, doesn't he?
Fucking telling me about that.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I know, I hate it.
Lord.
So Mary's gonna come up to Simone and she's going to put an apple juice in front of her. Like, not an orange juice, okay? It's an apple juice.
Not the water.
Thank you, Mary.
How's that, how you feeling after you healing up okay?
It's coming along. I'll be all right soon.
That was a hell of a night.
Yeah, that's why I don't fucking use anything that we supply.
Same here. Biggest insult I have. And like, we do quality testing, but it's like, you know, make sure that the Coke is the right fucking color. Make sure that the X isn't cut with anything.
I have people to do that for me.
Oh, I can't oversee every shipment of wine. Come on. I got people for that. Still, quality testing. I don't have to get high, just have to make sure.
I don't think the quality was the issue.
Fair.
We took a drug and all had a bad reaction to it.
I
That's
didn't
what
take
happened.
anything. I don't know about you.
I mean, I didn't willingly take it, but
It's kind of thrown in our faces.
I don't know. Maybe it was like acid. I think I touched one of you guys. Got a contact high.
I mean, I would say that it pretty much touched all of us when Simone had her moment. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Simone looks very ashamed of herself through this whole
No
conversation.
more orange juice for you.
No,
Ever.
orange juice was not the problem. I do wonder if vodka would have done something.
I have found, in my experience, that various drinks mean things for various people. First time I've seen her drink orange juice. First time I've seen her have drugs. No more orange juice until no more orange juice.
It's like one of my guys. He drinks too much rum, and boy howdy, he just forgets.
You got it. No more.
No more orange juice. Got it.
Yeah, no more orange juice, right?
All right. Hope everyone had a good time. Sorry everyone got to see me like pulled the thing up too far. I'm like, oh, I'm not ready. Oh dear.
I mean, at least you were clothed. It's fine.
Yeah, no, indeed. I definitely, unlike, in this pandemic kind of thing, everyone's like, oh, doing virtual, you don't have to wear pants. And I'm like, I'm probably going to be the guy that stands up. So I am in full costume head to toe here. So we're good.
Wait, are we supposed to be wearing pants?
Oh, shh.
Yeah,
Damn it.
and our views just went up by 20%. Oh my God.
Oh no! They're not wearing pants.
Anyway, moving on. Anyway, so
God.
after you've had a moment to talk, the feeling will come over you that actually you will get a text, Peter, that from Michael. Michael's there. Your brother's here. They're taking him to the ICU in the secure wing for protection.
All right, he's there. Yeah. So I'd appreciate it if all of you would go with me, since it is better to have people that you know and are close to in circumstances like this. I know it's a weird request, the whole 6 Hail Marys from each of you thing, but I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you think it'll work? I'm super not a Christian.
I'd appreciate it if you would just humor it.
I'll go through the motions.
It's in this being involved in the way that I am. I don't know. My uncle's a superstitious old bastard, but damned if it doesn't always work out whenever I do things his way. So.
Wow.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hold on
Anybody
here.
want a drink for the road?
Yeah.
I'll take one for the road. Got a flask.
Same.
As you begin, I'm going to need Eve to make me a guilt roll.
Oh, great! Thanks! I love it! Everything's going so well!
Everything is awesome.
The non-Catholic has the guilt.
Right?
Hey, good news, that's a 9.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
check
boy.
this out here.
I think that might be a failure on my
Caroline,
part.
yeah, it is a failure. The text helps me here. Your guilt catches up to you. Take 3 hold.
Great. Great.
During the drive there, you're going to see Emmanuel, the leader, or well, I guess potentially, if he lives, the leader of the St. Clairs, people that killed your friend. All you can do is hear her voice in your ear, begging you to seek revenge. And then you remember speaking to the Dominator. And its last statement to you, to betray the family. It stings and sits with you, and with that, you are going to lose a point of stability. Which totally won't come back to haunt you later. I'm gonna say 2. Why not? 2. 2 sounds great.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
Does that put you at uneasy? Or were you down one already?
Well, I was down 1 from last game, and I was gonna ask if
Gotcha.
I had a chance to regain any stability or no.
I don't think so. Unless you feel like you would have spent time with your relations.
Well, I mean, the one contact that she does have is with Caleb. Her
Gotcha, we'll go ahead. All right, cool. We'll take off 1. We'll just do 2 then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just 2.
Yeah, 2. It's not horrible. It's just bad.
Just
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. There it goes. I realize I'm like up on the camera.
There's
All
a
right.
there's a hashtag for you.
But this
It's
is
not
the
horrible,
world.
just bad.
This is the world of KULT, so everything is like this. So.
There we go. Trying to
Not
light up my
horrible, it's
background
just
here.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
So
up there,
that will be
that's-
sitting there. So let's go on. Here. All right. So that's lingering in the back of your mind as the scene begins. You arrive at this hospital, Keith Memorial Hospital, although we've been inside as an audience when Simone was visiting Father Ezekiel. By the way, Simone, Father Ezekiel is here.
So.
We've never seen it on the outside. It has the structure of Keith Memorial Hospital has a little bit more of that older 50s, 60s, 70s feel to it. That being said, it is still a very good hospital. There is the West Wing is very new. It's got definitely looks like a modern hospital, very slick, but the rest of it still has that old feel. And those of us that I don't work in hospitals, which is not me, but every time I visit a hospital, I don't know about you, I have no idea where I'm going. And that is a very similar feeling for you guys. So you
Not a
all
fan of hospitals.
exit your vehicles and arrive at some sort of visitor center. So there is it's this will say, because incidentally, I did not establish the time. The meeting with Noah was totally at night. So this is definitely 9 o'clock. So to kind of set up a little bit of time, we've had time to have our dream therapy, murder somebody at 4 a.m., and read a potentially apocryphal heretical book. Plenty of time to do lots of stuff. And meet with your disgusting, potentially loving uncle. And now we're at the hospital. So therefore sits the night attendant there. Welcome to Kiefer Memorial Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to see Emmanuel St. Clair.
Emmanuel St. Clair. Emmanuel. So he's... Hold on. Oh, yes. He just came in. So what you're going to want to do is you need to go down to the old emergency room. So he's going to direct you, and you guys go there. You follow. He's like, follow the green tiles on the ground. Is it green or is this lime? I don't know. You guys get a little lost, a little annoyed.
There's like 3 different shades of green that might have been blue at one point. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that one is blue. That one is green, Peter.
This is fucking blue.
I know, and that's blue. This is also blue. This is also blue. There are a lot of blues. That's blue.
Outside of the color
In-character
arguing.
fighting.
Yeah, you guys, well, everyone's very tense. You arrive at the old emergency room. So, you guys do the same kind of thing. This guy's a little less pleasant. He's not mean. He's in an emergency room, check-in guy.
The end of his shift.
Yeah, he don't got time to, no one pays him to be nice. They pay him to get people in there.
Obviously.
Oh, okay, he's been moved to the secure wing. So we can get you there. You'll have to go through security just to the right there. And there's a couple of guards. And Eve, I feel like it's pick on Eve night.
Thanks. I love the attention.
You have a
We love you
disadvantage
too.
called wanted anytime you interact with the police.
I do.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Why don't you make me another disadvantage check?
Thanks. I love this attention, Adam.
I mean,
Good
you know.
things.
I'm about to have to call in another favor.
That's an 11. I think that's a mixed
11's,
success.
yeah, 11's not bad. It's not terrible. That's what
It's
you always
not
need-
good.
Yeah.
It's not
10 to
horrible.
14
It's only bad.
10 to 14 is the job gets done, but it's not free. Yeah, the job gets done, but there you go. Oh, that's the wrong one here. Okay. You made a mistake, so I get to take a hold. Okay, and it's like I made no. All right, so here's the question for everyone. All of you have to go through security. Any weapons will be confiscated. Eve, because you look like a terrible gang-banging murderer.
What? How dare
mean,
you?
It's only been it's only been 18 hours since my last murder. I don't know what you're.
Oh
So
shit!
you
Oh
are-
shit! I still have blood on my shirt. Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. So you are searched completely. As in, it is impossible for you to get in there attempting to sneak any weapons in. Mary, I don't think, has weapons. Peter, do you have any weapons on you? And if you do you surrender them?
I am going to probably wager that I am smarter than to bring a gun with me into the hospital.
Gotcha.
So no, I am currently unarmed.
Eve, are you armed? And I will let you answer that either way. The answer to the question is, if you want to be armed, actually, here's what I'll say. You're not armed because you thought better and you didn't completely fail. So
Okay,
you're
there
not
we
armed,
go.
but any hope you would have had of sneaking in like nail clippers, you are
I
You
really
are-
wanted to give him that manicure, you know?
Yeah,
I
you
wanted
were-
to take over a wing of the hospital with
Yeah. There's
tweezers.
to get
Tweezers.
slightly inappropriate here. There's
I
definitely
mean,
some
give the
rubber gloves
tweezers to the
snapping
mother
and
and
asking you to
Oh.
bend over, kind of things. Like
you gotta
are
you gotta buy
searched.
me dinner first.
Yeah. Simone, do you have any weapons on you? The person we really have to ask the question for.
I
Tweezers.
absolutely do.
All
God
right.
damn it.
So, well, now in defense of Simone, Simone might be able to get past this. Simone, what is your plan to get past security? You can just try to hide things, or you could maybe.
Well, I do have my perpetual victim advantage.
You do always look innocent, don't you?
Fuck you.
I
So
mean,
go
I
ahead and
am
give
pretty
me-
much always dressed like a Catholic schoolgirl, so they might also
Yeah.
think I'm like 15.
So
Well,
creepy.
we'll see. We'll see. For the content warning, you are clearly not 15, but
It's
they
true.
may think that. Go
Yes,
ahead and make us
all
that
the way
roll.
above.
Yeah. You are making a charisma roll.
16?
Hey.
I love that. I feel like whenever it involves weapons and murder, Simone always succeed. If it's anything else, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Simone. You're going to get some attention here in a second.
Good lord.
So you got
Oh,
three
that's
options.
not threatening.
Make someone take care of you, make an aggressive person not want to harm you, or make someone confide in you. We're just going to go ahead and say, so you set off the metal detector, but you're able, it's like, oh, it's just the buckle on my skirt. And you just look so gosh darn innocent. That being said, you sneak in a weapon. So you have to tell me the weapon that you're bringing. Like, there's only so much with this much security while they're checking them, you're like ditching shit.
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
yeah.
I'm the one that gave you the chance to do the comical. There's just a pile of weapons from somewhere.
This plant
Just
suddenly got like
putting
30
it in-
pounds heavier because of firearms and
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
3 in the plants over there.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's
Yeah.
two underneath
We've all
this
played the video
chair.
game Hitman. You are totally just.
Just piling everything in
So-
there.
absolutely.
So you can only have one weapon. So my question for you is, what do you bring in?
Let's go with like a big ass boot knife.
You got a big ass. So you have an edged weapon, but because it's big ass, I'm gonna say,
The official category.
yeah, it's big. Yeah. So we're gonna say, I'll give you a bonus harm on it rather than the normal stats. Because everyone has on their character sheets just generic weapon stats. But you specifically said big ass knife, and we're gonna go with that. So you were somehow able to hide on your body in your corset this big ass knife. So there we go. We're all vampire players. Corsets are normal. Yes, Hitman
normal.
reference as I glance over
Isn't
at the
that what
chat.
you wear to a hospital?
Apparently.
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
if that's what floats your
So
goat.
after you guys get checked through, they're gonna all right, we're gonna have someone take you to the emergency room. Do we know an emergency room nurse? I wonder if we do, referencing game 1. There is Joseph, the young man that covered up your cut, or that tried to treat your cut, Simone, from when you were injured in episode 1. That Mary cut you up with a broken bottle.
I have
Okay.
no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and you don't remember that
Of
shit.
course you
anyway.
don't.
That being said, as I'm thinking about it, Murder Nun's got some cut up face, man.
Yeah, cut on the cheek, cut on the forehead,
yeah. So you
cut
do have
all around the tongue.
So here is the young boy or the young man that was so taken aback by you. You now have like a busted lip and a healing cut on your cheek. That being said, we need to roll for your object of desire. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, advantage. Alrighty. Shit.
Oh, what's tonight's number gonna be, boys?
that's not
It
good.
is- It's Mary's favorite number.
Oh no.
Ah.
And tonight is brought, as all our episodes are brought to you by the number 5
And the letter
F.
fuck.
All right, let me check here. So object of
Hit
desire
him.
9. A strong desire is awakened in one or several people. I may take 3 holds. So I'm gonna let you know,
Oh.
just because I think it's fun here. But I'm not gonna tell you. Nope, I can't. I can't tell you because it might ruin the fun later. But I did to make a note of if you fail terribly. So, that being said, so there is the young man.
It's great.
Hi. He's Eden, right? I met you at Eden. And he'll look
Yeah.
over at the person who slashed your face up. Eden, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Joseph. I can see that cut's healing well. But you guys are here to see. He checks the page. Emmanuel St. Clair. He's
Yes.
in the secure wing at the secure wing in the ICU. So he goes to take a couple steps. He's like, it's a maze. It's going to take us a while. Let's go this way. I can, he says in almost this ridiculous, it's almost charming, but God, gross. Like just like, so innocent. Like, it's okay. Normally only authorized personnel can go this way, but I'm authorized personnel. And everybody's like, oh no, ooh, Billy Badass over here.
Thanks.
Eve's reaction is exactly just the
Oh yeah, the
on,
thanks
dude.
is absolutely Peter's reaction. Just thanks.
appreciate it.
So, yeah, so he takes you down. So you go down a hall, and it does say authorized personnel, and he moves with purpose because he knows you guys are in a hurry, but he definitely does take a little bit of the time of I don't know why I'm using my tie as his badge, but it is time. Opens. You guys go inside. So this definitely has a little bit more of the, it goes with the older aesthetic of the place. The halls are a little bit more narrow. For those of us to give you a visual reference, I think of the hospital in The Godfather, because hospitals don't look like that anymore. It looks like it's from the 20s. That's a steam pipe. Isn't that dangerous? Why is this here? What is this? What's going on? So as you guys walk through this sickly green linoleum.
Oh no.
That's green.
No. That's that color, that is green. You know what color that green is?
Hmm?
That's Stephen King green. That's what that green is.
It is
I mean,
absolutely.
how many other guys works a set in a hospital? Of course, it's Stephen.
All right,
King.
so it's a little bit later in the night. You're in the secure wing. So before where you left a busy hospital, this is a little bit more. I don't want to say it's a ghost town, but there are definitely less people here.
It's night shift in a hospital.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, so we're on the second floor. ICU is on the 7th floor. So now with that, as he's taking a couple, he's like, we'll take this elevator here, and he goes to use his pass, and then the lights go out. The emergency lights kick on at that point in time. Lockdown in effect, the PA announced. Red
What
level
the
patient,
fuck?
MIA. Code blue in the psych ward.
Code blue.
For those that code blue is when someone needs to be, it's like someone needs to be resuscitated. Like
In
brain
Yeah.
cashed
in
up.
most hospitals, code blue is cardiac arrest.
That is correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's almost like
So-
a couple of us have worked in hospitals.
So, repeat. Lockdown in effect. Red level patient, MIA. Code blue in the psych ward. So what does everyone do with this announcement over the PA?
Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed art thou among cocktails. Pray for me now at the hour of my death, which I hope is fucking soon. Amen.
Shouldn't have had that apple juice.
Drink, my child.
Yeah, she takes.
So in
She goes to
theory-
take the flask
did you
out.
get
She's like,
that past
"Oh right,
security?"
it's gone. No, my flask."
So in theory, this is a secured wing, and we shouldn't have to worry about that. Am I right, Joseph?
The good
Of
news
course
is
I'm not.
the good news is, he says, kind of looking frightened, nobody can get out. But that includes us. But it's okay. During a lockdown, because this is a secure wing, all of the outside doors lock, that you only can get off at the 5th floor during the security checkpoint.
Okay.
But we can take the stairs, but it's the secure wing. The stairs don't go all the way up. We have to take each hallway.
Why the 5th floor?
Why The
You know
fifth
what? That's
floor is
not
the general
important.
clinic. Yeah. So because my badge won't open all the doors right
Just
now.
kidding. I don't give a fuck. Just get us there.
All right. I should have been
I
smart.
am more interested, in all honesty, knowing that my brother's going to be okay.
We'll have to find another church to do
The
those Hail
secure
Marys
IC.
at.
There should be. There's plenty of security, especially on the higher floors. So, which is where we have to go.
Right.
So as he begins to walk, we'll go up here. Beep. And then only some of the doors will open for him, and even he's not used. Doesn't happen all the time. Beep. Beep. Finally lets him in. All right. You guys will go to the 4th floor, and once you get to the 4th floor, because you'll have to go. He's like, we have to go to this end of this hall. Take the other steps because all the elevators are shut down.
All right.
And so what I'm going to do just on a narrative level to let my players know, there will be things that happen. Some of the things are very much, as you go through, you could decide, that's none of my business, I'm going to keep walking. You can make those decisions. It's up to you. If you feel like your character would investigate, go ahead. Understand that some things, I have a list of crazy stuff that's going to happen. Act as your characters would, but to quote our loving Peter St. Clair, no one writes a story about the Hobbit that stayed home and made good decisions. So,
Damn right.
When you hear a strange noise, if you've seen a horror movie, it is the worst thing in the world to say, is anyone there? But I'll leave you to decide of whether or not you want to make that decision.
We are the worst thing in the ward. The worst thing in the world, however.
I was going to say, in Peter's mind, he's more annoyed than anything else at this point because it's one crazy person. I have me, 2 other absolute badasses, and, well, I mean,
A
there's
bartender.
Mary.
Bartender.
A bartender.
I'm here for moral support.
She's here for moral support, and she will make sure that I can get drunk off my ass to forget whatever I have to do to this poor person.
She's our
that's gonna get in my
emotional
way.
support bartender.
Moving to the 4th floor.
Emotional support bartender.
So all the lights have shut down. There's emergency lights. The 4th floor seems relatively empty. That being said, a lot of doors are shut for those of us that unfortunately may be familiar with lockdown drills.
Yeah.
It is common practice during a lockdown drill for everyone to barricade themselves somewhere.
Yes.
So a completely empty hallway
Great.
isn't unusual. Also, too, in a secure ward, if it is a lockdown and they follow those same procedures, strange noises in the hallway are probably ignored. It's probably too dangerous. There is one door down the hallway that light spills out of, and you can hear the hospital sounds beep, beep. It is the only door that's open on this floor. Does your curiosity get the better of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Eve.
I'm
look
guilty.
into
Why
this-
not be curious?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I'm on board because
you're moving there with Joseph, and he's kind of stops, and he's, we will say Eve, since you were the first person to volunteer, leads into a small hospital room, because again, this is the older facility. The rooms aren't quite as luxurious. You see a man on a ventilator. He is in every way appears to be completely comatose. The room, for the most part, is relatively empty. At least that which you can see. There is simply a man at death's door. No one here to tend to him. And a chart sits at the foot of his bed. Do you wish to investigate any further?
I
Or do you want to
mean,
let it be?
I'm a little curious who this guy is. I'm prepared to leave him to die alone, but I want to know what his name is.
Okay.
good people.
Okay. I might be prepared to let him die alone. Depends on who he is.
Gotcha.
I might just kill him myself.
Whoa, okay, so you go on.
Hey, it's a
That got dark.
mercy. It's an act from God.
Exactly. He's on a ventilator. He's alone.
That's terrible.
All right, hear me out.
You're not the mom of me, Peter.
All right.
Hear
You
me
step
out.
inside.
No.
Oh my God, did I just become the group boss? Dad, I'm the group dad. Why am I the group dad?
You're not.
So,
you're
Eve,
certainly
as you
not
walk-
the mom of me.
As you walk into the room, again, the room is relatively empty. But if you want to know his name, it's on the chart.
I
pick up
walk
the chart.
in. Mhm.
His name is, or was, Jack Weeks. There is one particular interesting note. Test subject 1138. Given medication E04.56, 2 milligrams for 2 weeks. Subject in a coma. Discontinued medication.
Go ahead and just take that with me to the doorway and go, Peter.
Yeah.
Take a look at
So-
right there.
Okay.
Would you like to make an intuition check?
Yes.
So if everyone takes a look at it, I will let everyone make an intuition check, and we will take the lowest result. How about that? Before everyone rolls, we're going to take the lowest result. Who wants to roll?
Ooh.
Oh.
I wanna roll.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna roll.
I'm gonna roll. Why? Do I want to roll? Oh,
Yeah,
maybe I shouldn't
intuition
roll.
check.
Maybe I shouldn't roll.
Yeah.
I like how the murder nuns over there are
Sure.
like, is this death? This doesn't look like death.
Am I committing violence? Because nah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am here to commit egregious violence.
I think I'm a little too distracted to
Statement.
make this roll, so I will not make the roll.
Sounds good.
Mary's nosy, definitely.
I mean, I'm just looking at it and reading
All
it.
right.
All right. 10.
I got 10. Mary, what did you get?
9.
9.
Damn it!
All right. Tonight is brought to you by the letter 9. Well, no.
No, the letter is
So the
fuck.
letter is fuck, Adam. We've
Oh, yeah,
established.
that's right.
God
The letter
damn it,
9.
Adam.
Guys love only 2 numbers,
All right.
5 and 9, and
Get
nothing
better
in between.
dice. Get
You need to
different
shame
dice.
these dice.
These are different ones. These
Are-
are different ones.
Are you sure you're
All
rolling
right, all right.
d10s?
Let's focus up here. 9. You may get a point of information anyway, but you pay for the price for it. You may expose yourself
20s.
to dangers or a cost. Ooh, it's like I have rolling encounters or roaming encounters.
You
here.
know what? I
No.
like to pretend that
Adam.
All right,
I make this
So-
interesting.
you did make
Adam.
this interesting. So I will probably draw everyone's attention to things you were already thinking, but I will, as the storyteller, the GM, confirm them for you. E 04.56. And with that, you will hear a strange skittering sound in the vents above. And it quickly disappears.
Hey, Joseph, I'm gonna assume that you don't just have giant-ass rats here.
No,
All right.
no, we don't.
Okay.
This is a little weird. So Joseph, after you guys, so Joseph, even though this is probably that probably is a horrible violation of this HIPAA to let you look at all this medical
Yeah.
information, he
But
he doesn't seem to interfere. He was
Good,
probably
wise
about ready to
choice.
say something, and then he's like, "Guys, you should be. We should go." And I think at that point in time, any protest to the contrary probably goes with it.
Let's go.
Adam, I would like to be a sneaky bastard and take that page, fold it up, and tuck it into my vest pocket as I
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to not make you roll for it. All I hear is that's more interesting.
go. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. You guys will get to the next stairwell. Beep. I like how my tie is now though.
That's my favorite part.
I love
I mean,
it.
it's better than
Perfect.
using like little Jesus to beep.
Yeah, I don't have little Jesus, so beep.
Look,
The
little
door's
Jesus
open.
will get us wherever we need to go, okay?
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
This was
is
the
why-
only
Betting on
crucifix
that.
within reach.
That's why I always get fucked, because I don't have a crucifix.
Exactly. So as you
I
get
mean-
to the fifth floor is the clinic. And I'm checking my notes here. I should have organized them a little bit better.
I forgive you.
Yeah.
I don't.
So the important thing with the fifth floor, if you want to try to get out rather than go to where Emmanuel is, this is where the security checkpoint could be. Well, it is there. Whether or not you can get to it, we'll see. So you get there. Your options are the stairwell is to the left, the way out is to the right. Which way do you want to go?
I mean, clearly I'm going
Not the
left.
smart way.
Clearly I'm
Yeah.
going left, so.
You're going to go
Going-
left?
Going towards the stairwell to Manuel.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Why
there's
leave?
not even a
Why
pause.
leave the scary? Yeah. Why make the smart horror movie decision when we can make
This is
better
about
horror movie
family,
decision.
you
This is
guys.
about family, goddammit.
There we go. The non-family
Uh-huh.
member is like the
Sure, I'm gonna go ahead and keep saying those Bloody Marys, instead of Hail Marys.
You
'cause-
actually know the Hail Mary? Oh
Yes.
my god. Okay, I was gonna say, otherwise we're gonna have a spontaneous catechism class right here.
So
Yeah.
as you guys move further, so the clinic is an area, and will be narrated, of course, for the audience and the players as you move through. It's like, okay, this is the clinic floor. It's a lot of community outreach and community psychiatric medications are dispensed. So this area should be, as he's looking around, there should be more people around. Gotcha. So you guys hear voices. So you know how you walk into, although this has a little bit more of the archaic look, you'll walk into a doctor's office, a clinic, there's like the check-in, like waist high, where the people sit in to check you in, and then there's a waiting room. Behind the desks, you will hear whispers.
Listen in, shall we?
I like it, Eve. All right, gotcha. So you're
My
essentially
glasses.
hearing like, shh, just try to be quiet. Shh, shh. So
Hmm.
there were voices that are trying to be quiet behind the other side. What do you do? Do you leave them alone? Do you go and investigate?
Oh, help me out here. I don't watch a lot of horror movies. Which is the more interesting horror movie decision?
break
I mean-
down the door.
Do they
Gonna
do they
break it
sound
down.
like normal
I'm not
voices?
saying-
I
Like
will
do they
tell
sound
you.
like people
I
talking?
am not.
They do sound like people talking, and I will tell the group every choice is strong narrative decisions.
Excellent.
Okay.
You
Do
guys,
the penny
the
tap.
optional encounters, really the only optional encounter, there were two of them. You decided to investigate one. This is maybe, but shit will still happen.
What's the name of that knocking thing? Like the haircut and
Shave and a haircut.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do that and then see if it
There you go.
knocks back.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just do some flash photography while you're at it?
I'll go ahead and
So-
just.
So with that knock,
Yeah.
it is extremely quiet. And suddenly, I like this. I have a cast of NPCs. Someone will suddenly appear, and very much for the audience, a jump scare, and is going to point at who wants to be the volunteer. I'm just going to say I'm going to point at who wants to be the volunteer.
I mean,
All right,
Oh,
Mary.
you
Mary.
victim.
So literally, this person gets up, just horrible teased hair, and she's like, "Fornicator!" and just points to you, and then somebody else another woman will appear, like push her arm down and push back, and you guys will peek over, and there is just another. There is the sole boy amongst the group who's just sitting there, kind of just rocking back and forth.
We are.
So
Everyone gets that
she's like
question wrong.
and she
Yeah.
she is the person that has declared you fornicator. Like, you will be punished. God will punish you. And the other person that's kind of calm down is like, shh, 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 shh. What do you guys do?
Look at.
Want to go?
Yeah, let's.
Does the nurse have anything to add to this little situation?
Yeah.
So just the way I tend to portray is I try not to let NPCs get in your way unless it's narratively appropriate. I would prefer you to take the spotlight.
Why are they
If
having
you want
group
to
therapy
ask-
here?
If you want to ask if you're asking, Adam, I would like the NPC to do something to learn more about his character, I can absolutely do that.
I was
I
actually
think
gonna.
we're
I was actually gonna, as Peter, ask the nurse, like, what kind of an operation are you running around here?
So
I
he's
didn't think the group therapy was held outside of the.
So as the spotlight shifts towards the NPC,
Yes.
so what Joseph will do, he'll walk around and he will attempt to actually he will go, Lucy, calm down, calm down. So Lucy is the one that called Mary a fornicator. He's like, Lucy, and he tells Danielle, the lady that's like stopping her from pointing and lunging at Mary, Danielle, I have it. It's okay. It's okay. So Danielle will kind of step away, and Joseph will begin to kind of do his best to de-escalate Lucy, who seems to have some sort of, problem with Mary.
I do an observation check to see if anything kind of looks weird, or I don't remember what the move.
Perception?
So yes, the move. Let's go ahead, since I hope some people will look to our stream to learn how to play Kult. You could do observe a situation if you wanted, or you could read a person, and you have 4 people to read.
Does that count for? Can I read a crowd for that since it's multiple
So
people?
specifically, you have the advantage. Read a crowd, Catherine. When looking, you make perception check. Party. And this is a small crowd, sure. Yeah, I can. Go ahead and make a read a crowd check. If there's 4 people, that's enough to be a crowd. 4's a crowd. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, 4's totally a crowd.
All right, Mary. I love that little wiggle there. 19.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the only other number those dice know. It's 5 and 19. That's it.
That's it.
It's still a 9. They just
Yeah,
decided to be
it's
really
got to have a
nice.
9. Gotcha.
Got 3
So
looks, and that's it.
So you get to ask 3 questions. So your 3 potential options, at least amongst your ability and perception, is an observe a situation check. You can ask, in addition to the next questions I list, who here has the information I want? Where can I find what I'm looking for? Who is watching me? And is there anything else interesting?
Okay.
You get to ask 3 of those questions. That being said, let me go to the normal observe the situation questions. What's my best way through this? What currently poses the biggest threat? What can I use to my advantage? What should I be on the lookout for? What is being hidden from me? And what's even strange about this?
Okay.
So you're going to get a lot of questions, but I want to hear, give me at least 2, and then I'll start dropping stuff in.
What is hidden from me? And is there anything else of interest?
Okay, I feel like pick a different question to kind of get me
Oh,
going.
I thought they were kind of okay.
No, indeed, it's just I feel like that's like, tell me all the cool stuff that I have no additional context for right now. I need context
Who
first.
is watching me? Is there anyone
Oh.
else watching me other
Oh,
than these?
yes, you are absolutely being observed from behind you. There is someone watching from down the hall. And you almost feel like whatever's in the vents is watching you too. So that being said, what else?
Okay. I'm gonna go back. What is being hidden from me?
So as you kind of look around, the vents in the ceiling, I would avoid being underneath those. Something's being hidden from you there. That being said, something I will say you, and just because the other thing that's being hidden from you is being hidden extremely well,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps supernaturally well, that you, because you were not there to determine that, but something else is off about this situation. But you don't have enough information to get that. But something else about this whole thing, specifically, I will say about everyone that you're watching, potentially some of these characters here, something's off. But you don't know. I can't give you any more just because it's supernatural. That being said, I'm more than willing to entertain additional questions because I'm being slightly evasive.
Okay, fine. Everything is off. Who there has the information that I want?
Well,
I'm just gonna
the
make it
person,
hard for
so there is the guy laying on the ground that seems just swaying back and forth. He is Talking to him, not good. Person that called you a fornicator, not good either.
Totally not.
That being said, Danielle seems relatively composed. She is clearly a patient, but she seems composed. She seems to be the most ready source of information.
Since she's off to the side now, I'm going to walk up to her and be like, hey, what is going on?
Gotcha. You know what? I am going to give you because you did really, really well. Using the rest of your stuff, I will count as if you've passed the influence other to convince her to talk. How does that sound?
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and jump to that. I'll be nice there.
Thank you.
So you're asking her what's going on?
Yeah.
So right away she's like, patients X and Y escaped upstairs.
X and Y?
Yeah, that's what Dr. Balthazar calls them. There's been a new outfit that's she's gonna whisper really closely to you as if she maybe doesn't want Joseph to hear. There's been a new group that's been in here the past couple of months. They say they're working on a treatment. They've been given a new medication. But the people that take it, sometimes they get sick. They lash out, or even worse, they just vanish. And she's going to look behind you, and her eyes are going to widen. And in that horror movie moment, you have that realization of, oh my God, it's behind me, isn't it?
Oh no.
So what do you do, Mary?
Is she wearing anything reflective?
No.
No. Okay.
And with that, we're running a little bit later tonight. Do we want to take a quick break? Does anybody gotta go to the bathroom real quick or anything like that? Or should we just keep going?
I'm good.
I'm
Kind of want to just keep going, like as much as
I'm
I want
ready.
to stretch my
That's
legs. Like,
Roll through.
My amazing husband brought me something to drink, so I have no
So
need to
everyone's
get up
good?
anymore.
All
Spot
right.
on.
Well, then this would have been a perfect time for everyone to take a bathroom to make a costume change. So I'm going to drop this. You're going to wait a second, and
yeah,
I
then
will.
Let's take 5.
Yeah, let's take 5 then.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
take
no,
5.
we
You let
don't
us
need
know.
to take 5.
Take 5.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to take 5? All right,
We're taking
everyone.
5 now,
Apparently,
Adam.
we're
Take
going to
5,
take
guys.
5. While I go through my
Taking it.
costume change real quick. And I'll see you guys back here. Probably less than 5. We'll just let everyone hit the bathroom. And we'll be back. It's probably run a little later tonight, but that doesn't seem to disappoint anybody. So see you back in 5. All right, welcome back, everyone. I am shrouded in mystery. So, you have that feeling, Mary, that something's behind you. What do you do?
Going to, in very horror movie-esque fashion, turn around. And
Down the hallway, you will see someone standing there, a hulking brute of a man wearing a mask and breathing very deeply. You can laugh, terrified.
Oh,
His hands covered in blood, and he has a small scalpel. And he will turn and look at you. He is wearing plain jumpers that of a patient. Patient X.
Well,
Peter! Peter!
yeah,
Turn around!
I
He
will turn.
slowly begin to lumber towards you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Stairs? Stairs?
So what do we do?
Simone is definitely gonna pull that big ass knife.
All right.
This is why my cousin's here.
All right. Then what do you do as it lumbers towards whoever is the closest? Who is the closest?
Do we want to make an unlucky person roll?
Unlucky person roll, let's go.
All right. I will roll, and I will just
Okay.
divide it up amongst you guys here. If it rolls a 9 or a 10, it'll be 2 of you, and I'll re-roll. It is a 9 or a 10, so it is potentially, and I'm rolling to me, Peter And nope, I can't do that. That's Peter. That's Peter again. Peter, you're just getting picked. I'm
Stop
sorry.
it, Peter!
Peter and Eve. It is lumbering towards you.
Okay. All right.
So, what's the plan, team?
Hail
As it
Mary,
has its
full
knife.
of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Oh, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our
All
death.
right, so I'm gonna
I
try
hope
to
is soon.
stab Eve because I don't like
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Amen.
Eve, give me a avoid harm check, please.
What am I? I'm rolling plus reflexes.
Your reflexes. I should have updated your reflexes. That being said, I think
Let's see.
yeah, your reflexes are updated. I think the only sheet that's not updated is now I'm thinking about John or
Well,
Peter.
thanks.
Good job.
Yeah, it's okay. If that's a COVID
Oof. Oh no! Oh no! I rolled. That's a great big 2, buddy. I rolled a 3 and I'm at a -1. Oh no!
Alright.
I have angered
Oh,
the
boy.
monster.
You were too slow to react, make bad judgments. Perhaps you didn't avoid harm, or you ended up in a worse spot as before. Okay. Hold on. I have such dynamic lighting, I can't read my lovely KULT GM screen.
Oh no!
Oh boy, the GM screen came out.
The
right,
arms
Tonight's
so
game
you're
brought
the
to you by the letter fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Fly away from here in the arms of the angels.
Alright,
With
so,
razor
God.
blades. There's a lot of razor blades.
so you are taking...
Oh no.
So as I'm looking at this,
Oh no.
as I remember, I'm like, I'm not 100% sure how. I remember reading how damage works, but I remember it being sorry, Helmgast. It's really hard to find the damage rules in your book. So that being said, you take 4 serious wounds
Oh.
as you are just stabbed really good in the gut. So yeah.
Oof.
At least we're in a
Oh.
hospital?
In a very
Question mark?
horrifying fashion. She's still alive, but he like lifts her up, just like boom, and she like lifts up, falls down, and he's standing over her. What are we doing now, team? Other than bleeding.
I'm probably gonna
Oh,
take a
no.
swing at.
Do we
I
wanna let
too
Murder
am
Nun
gonna
try to
take a
murder
swing.
Yeah, please.
All right, Murder Nun.
Yeah,
Give us
I'm
your best
aiming
shot.
for the face.
Are you doing lightning? Are you doing your murder ability? Lightning
Yeah,
fast?
this thing just stabbed Eve. I'd like to do all of my things.
Gotcha.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna-
I'd like
Go ahead-
to
go
put
ahead and
in
roll while I
the
take this off.
extra
It's starting to lower.
fuckery that is her giant ass
Can we still hear
knife.
me, or is it
Yes.
terrible?
Not
It's a
really.
little
It's
it's
a
a little muffled.
Whatever you had before was great.
Yeah, before it was great.
The horror movie trope was done, and it was hard to breathe if you can't hear me.
You know,
Okay,
Give me a
fine.
murder check or violence check.
Now let's check.
me a murder check. Roll murder,
a murder
please.
check.
Perfect though.
Roll for murder.
It's called murder check now.
Am
You
I
know-
doing lightning
Well,
reflexes
murder
first
none,
and
so
then
it's-
violence check?
Yeah, so you're going to do them both together.
Okay.
That's just kind of, unless you want to roll them separately, you could roll one for lightning reflexes, then one for your violence.
No,
Roll for
no,
lightning
my
reflexes.
my
Yeah,
shit's
just roll-
good.
Yeah, there you go.
17.
17, I'll take it. I'll take it. I think technically you roll separately, but the nice thing about Powered by the Apocalypse and KULT, it's very narrative, and you're the Murder Nun, so let's see if the Murder Nun is able to take down this near 7-foot hulking beast with a scalpel. Okay, so actually, the way it's gonna happen here, you roll for lightning fast at the beginning, but every time you attack, you're gonna have to make separate ones. So you can use any of these 3 edges that can be spent at any time. Dodge, avoid the attack, blinding speed, you can engage every enemy within the reach of your weapon, or do bonus damage as you hit with uncanny precision.
I would
With
like
your-
bonus damage.
I figured so, since there's only one guy.
And-
Let's see here. Engage in combat. Oh, I forgot to do this, but I will. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone's got to make another roll here in a second. I should have done it the other way, as I realized I got. Sorry. You inflict damage and avoid any counterattack. So, wow. So we're going to say essentially in that horror movie moment, there's always that, oh no, I've been stabbed, as you look up at the horrible monster's eyes. It's just looking at you with this inhuman gaze. That's when Murder Nun decides, now's my go time, and just going to stab at his throat. So we're going to do an additional point of damage. That being said, he seems almost horror movie or inhumanly immune to damage. You stab him, and he will stagger back, holding the wound, but seems to be relatively... He's still moving, and under most people, that would have murdered them.
Slasher, light him on fire!
So there you go. I need everyone else here, mainly Mary and Peter.
Okay.
You two need to make a keep it together check.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's with coolness, right?
Keep it together is willpower.
Oh, willpower.
Act under pressure is the coolness check, and that's what Eve's going to need to do because Eve just got stabbed.
I'm all good.
You're all good. I'm going to... you should make another act under pressure check because you should have done it to begin with. And let's just... If you roll good, we'll just ignore it. If you roll bad, his inhuman resistance to your damage is going to bother you.
I'm getting real tired of these things not dying.
The dice have favored me tonight because apparently I am just that jaded at this point, and I rolled a 19 before adding my willpower to it.
What we get, Murder Nun?
16.
Gotcha.
11.
11 on your act under pressure. What'd you get, Mary?
Oh, hold on. Wait, plus
I
my...
know yours is act under
17.
pressure. 7. All right, everybody's keeping it together. 11. I think it's only Mary that, or not Mary, Eve. That is.
Well, I
so
did get stabbed, so.
Yeah. So in that, you know what? You are totally scared, and we're gonna decrease your stability because you're like, is that my spleen? I think that's my spleen. So there you go. All right. So it's the patient X staggers back, apparently injured, but not as much as you expect, taking that big, because it is a big ass knife to the throat, and he's still moving. What do we want to do?
Probably crumple on the floor.
I'd say more stabbing.
Gotcha.
I think I will be trying to aid at this point in with the punching or something, just to help try to keep dragging him back.
You're gonna lash out with anything available. Sounds good, Mary. What are you doing?
Grabbing Eve and heading the opposite direction. I'm assuming
Nurse
is
boy.
he towards the stairs that we came from, or the stairs that go up?
He's actually comes. It's funny, if you would have decided to leave, guess who would have been blocking your way? So he's from that way. So he is away from the direction you want to be going to get upstairs to see Emmanuel.
I'm dragging her towards the stairs.
Gotcha.
Hopefully, Nurse Boy is also helping the stabbed lady.
I would hope that Nurse Boy is doing something besides standing there and wetting himself at this point.
Triage justice!
Screaming.
Triage!
We will see how your dice rolls go for the purposes of. So, if I may say so, you're gonna make a Peter. You're making an aid check or help or hinder.
Okay.
You are helping the murder nun murder.
Yes.
So let's make a help or hinder check. So that is any attribute. It's going to be plus your violence. Give me a violence check, and your result, depending on what it is, will give the murder nun bonus, which also narratively will determine potentially what, if anything, Nurse Boy does.
So
that's his name now.
Yeah.
My roll plus the violence check is actually a 16.
There you go. You get a +2 to murder checks. So you grab so Peter's gonna grab there's a tray with stuff on it and just slings it at it, because he's it stumbles back, patient X, and then starts kind of recovers, as I almost knock over my lighting. That would have been terrible. And then he'll kind of start he starts to gain his footing, bang, and he's going to stumble, and then Murder Nun is going to...
Is that mask accurate? So like the whole...
The way it's supposed to be, I just
His
didn't have it.
upper
It's more of the Hannibal Lecter stop someone from biting you mask, but I didn't
Perfect, but
have
the
that.
whole brain region is uncovered.
Yeah, no, indeed, it's definitely that is accurate. I just that was what I had available. I'm sorry.
Mm.
I think that was a good thing to have available, you know.
Mhm.
I guess as a second, you know.
So 18 plus my assist. 20.
So, my question is for you. Narratively, how would you want Nurse Boy to help?
I would like him to be triaging Eve, you know, pressure on the wound, making sure the scalpel didn't break off inside, nurse
Gotcha.
stuff.
Cool. All right, there you go. So that's how he's helping, not dealing with Murder X over here. Yeah. Gotcha.
Back
Cool.
up, sweetheart.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So he's gonna go ahead and do that. Cool. That's narratively. So I will count that as part of your good roll. So we will say as he likes. Ooh, here's even better. So as Peter hits patient X, he's gonna fall over the table, land near where Nurse Boy Joseph is his name is, and he's gonna tell everyone to get out. Ooh, I even like this. Adds a little bit more of the romance to it. So he's telling everyone to get out. He goes to like run with them. Patient X grabs him again. He just seems to get manhandled by giant people. Grabs him, but then we have Murder Nun off the desk, you know, on his back, and just starts the savage stabbing.
Yes.
Aw.
And you got an 18, so you don't get a counterattack.
Sweet.
Woo.
Oh, and if I still have my lightning reflexes, I'll use that for another point of harm too. Because I should have 3 of
Yeah,
those.
gotcha. Your extra point of harm. Gotcha.
Bam.
He eventually. So you are just. Why won't you die?
Yeah, I'm all done with this nonsense.
Yeah,
Super
and
frustrating.
unfortunately, the nonsense is not done with you, but then it finally
Oh no.
slumps over
Oh, good.
and falls over into a pool of its own blood. While that's happening, as narratively, Joseph's going to grab a. What we'll do is you have the horror movie injury. You should be fucking dead, but it's a horror movie, and for some odd reason, you're still alive. So I'm going to
Yeah.
remove a point of damage. But you are still.
Sorry, that
Wayne-
tasted really bad.
Yeah, you're.
Cheap fake blood. Gotta love it.
Yeah, you know what? I like how my players are ready to sell it. There we go. So yeah, so you have three serious wounds. I mean, it's really only one, but it's just that bad.
It hit
It
3
was at
serious
4.
organs.
Yeah, 3 serious organs. So like just this part of your intestines.
Oof.
So he
Oof.
is.
Big woof.
All right, so it falls over. The other patients have scattered to the wind.
Smart.
Art.
Smart. Nice.
And after patient X slumps over and there's a calm, you then hear in the vent.
Oh
as it
God,
begins to
no.
Move away. Yeah. What do
Okay.
we want to do?
Oh, this is your first stabbing.
So, that was
Fuck.
X.
Moving. Moving now.
There's a Y, you guys.
Oh, why?
I bet that's why.
God, why? God,
Okay, so
why?
let's maybe vacate the area
Oh,
right
Give
now.
me a hand.
Yeah. And
Oh, fuck.
come on.
Oh, shit.
I got you.
So,
Make a lot of-
are we going upstairs to the ICU?
Trying to.
I would like that very much,
Yeah,
please.
Especially
I'm
now.
All right. So you
currently
guys,
keeping insides inside.
yes. So yes, as you're holding your insides inside, leaving a small blood trail behind you, you get
Fuck.
with my trusty beep with my tie. We open the door and we head up to the ICU.
Okay.
One of the first things you see when you come up to the ICU is that, again, very similar to the previous floors, everyone's locked down. there's one door that you can see that's open. And there's a bloody handprint on it.
Fuck it, any port in
go
the
to an-
storm.
Yep.
It's
we go.
the only door that's open. We can maybe barricade.
Any port in a storm.
Any port in a storm.
Still got that knife. Oh,
You go inside. You have entered the pharmacy. There were 2 dead lab techs.
hey, painkillers, here I come.
Drugs
Yeah,
are
there you go.
drugs.
There you go, painkillers. I like it actually, and that's what the Oh, that's right. I forgot about a little detail. It'll be fun. I'll make it come up
Yeah.
later.
Oh
I'll make
yeah.
it come-
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Boy.
we'll have fun.
Yummy narcotics.
Oh,
Certainly not a thing that can run in the family.
Oh, don't worry. I've already thought of how
Oh fuck!
It's good.
Oh,
It's good.
no.
Yes.
Oh no!
So- you go inside this room.
Why?
You do find painkillers. There are 2 dead lab techs. They seem to have horrible bite marks all over their body. A stream of blood seems to go up the wall and up into an open vent. That being said, there is something that we will say, since Eve's bleeding, her job is the painkillers. Who wants to notice this? Who has the highest perception? We're not even going to roll. Who has the highest perception? Or wait, is this a roll? Hold on here. I might be prepared for this part. Oh, nope. No. Who has the highest perception? There you go. Let's do that. All right, Mary's got 2. 2. I feel like Murder Nun just really kicked ass in the last scene, so let's give Mary a chance to shine.
I'll keep an eye out for more attacks.
You're waiting for me to
And-
fail this roll.
And I'm helping. We'll say that I'm helping Eve look for
Give
painkillers.
me that.
All right.
Not an NSAID.
So there you guys go.
Give me-
Yeah,
Not an NSAID.
No.
There was an
Give me that
open
Norco.
box that has been ripped open on
Morphine.
the floor. It has it says on it, as well as just interesting enough, these dead techs they have a different uniform than that you've seen. Also, too, Nurse Boy Joseph is patching up the giant hole the best he can in
Thanks.
Eve's side.
Thanks.
They have a different logo. C and B, it says. You don't necessarily know what that means, but the box on the floor that has been ripped open says C and B as well. The label is very, very interesting and might be important. It is labeled E05.1, 2 milligrams. And inside, there is only a little bit, but there is a strange capsule that glows and lusters green.
Great.
Hey,
That being
I guess
said,
he's unstable.
yeah.
Jeez.
That being said, yes, you are looking at something that lusters green, like perhaps a previous drug that you have encountered. Let's see, Mary. You are a little bit unstable, and it calls to you. If you take it,
Why
all
me?
the pain and problems will go away. Make a keep it together check at a -1.
Oh yeah, Peter, why you? Yeah, you've had a really hard night tonight, haven't you? Uh-huh. Yeah,
Every
you've had
time I
such a
turn
hard night.
Every time I turn around, people are taking drugs. What do you want
I
me
got
to say?
stabbed, Peter.
Once again, that's the coolness, right?
Keep it together. I think it's a willpower. I want.
Fuck you, Peter. I got stabbed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In your defense, if there's any time to take, I'm not sure if there's any time to take terrible medication. It's a willpower check.
You know what? Here, eat
At
the
a -1.
blood and everything will be fine.
-1 is 14.
There you
Oops,
go.
let me
That's
just-
good enough. So, we're gonna say you become distracted. You have a -2 to where the situation would dictate, but you see there's just 1 or 2 capsules left, and you're able to resist it. It looks different. Oh, it feels the same. What do you do?
First, I'm going to cover it. Put it in some sort of, I don't know, grab one of the medication containers, put it in it, because either A, we're going to want it, or B, we're going to want to make sure nobody else can see it.
Gotcha.
Gimme.
And then
Choice.
I'm going to let Peter know that there's E in the building.
All right.
fuck's sake.
So whatever.
So, oh, you
whatever that
announced.
guy took.
So I should say, how clandestine are you to
Yeah.
tell E that there's, or to tell Peter that there is E?
I'm going to try and be sneaky.
I mean, I'll.
That's
I'll
good enough.
definitely-
Luckily for you, Simone, who now has a relationship modifier, like as in it's difficult for her to pass it up. She doesn't hear that right now. So what do you do, Peter?
Are you fucking serious?
Well, there was E here. A lot of it's gone. Been ripped open.
Shoveling it in like Willy Wonka's factory.
Gotcha.
Get whatever
Well,
information.
so nurse boy / Joseph is going to give you the medication you need
Yeah.
and not let you take any more.
No, I'm joking that that's what
Yeah.
happened with the E.
Gotcha.
No,
No, yeah.
Eve is just looking for like, where's the Norco? I can't read right now.
Yeah.
I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
Peter will look to Mary and just say, get whatever you can from it. Get all of the information off of whatever the fuck package that was in. Get it so that we have it for later. And keep this between us.
Question for the GM.
Hmm?
Do we still have our phones? Did we have to turn those in?
No, you didn't have to turn in your phones. No, you did
Okay,
not. No.
cool. I'm taking pictures of it.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to, can I make an observation check?
There's nothing else. At least in this particular room, there's nothing else of note. I'm not gonna just looking at her time. I don't want to go on and on in a
Okay.
room that's empty. But that being
Question.
said, yes, Peter.
Can I search the 2 techs that are now dead?
What specifically are you looking for?
ID.
ID. Yes, you can
yeah.
totally get ID. I don't have names for them, but
That's fine.
you totally get whatever their badge says. Actually, we'll say even better. The badge just has the company logo on it.
Okay.
Which you just off the top of your head, like you don't. This is not a company you would recognize.
Yeah.
You could look it up later.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket at least one of them.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So this is the ICU floor where Emmanuel apparently is, or could be, if he's still alive. Eve is stable as she is going to be. We do not have to worry about her getting any worse as a result of natural causes, bleeding out. Her bleeding is stable, so Joseph will indicate that. What do we want to do?
I brought us here for a reason. What could possibly go wrong?
So what's the plan?
I already said one of my Hail Marys. That one counts.
It needs to
Find
be
a
there with
wheelchair
him.
or something to wheel her around in.
Yeah, that would be a great idea, actually. But
So
I think
who's
she'll
Even a
kill me.
wheelchair.
She'll
Who's
probably
looking for a
kill us if we
wheelchair?
try to put her in a wheelchair.
Do we
I
want to put her in a
will-
wheelchair?
Ah.
Well, she could die anyway.
listen.
So.
Listen, Norco is very nice to me. Norco likes me. I like Norco. I'll go where you need. Hi, I'm having fun.
Okay, I'll go
Little-
look
Little
for a
bit of
wheelchair.
morphine. Mmm.
Is everyone looking for a wheelchair, or just one person in particular, or?
I'll go.
I'm not.
Simone. Eve's like, no,
I'll
I
go.
want to talk with Simone. She understands me.
I will go. I
Good
will do the
stabbing.
gun.
That was good
All right,
stabbing.
Peter, you walk down the hallway. It's very dark and quiet.
Of course it is.
Let me take a look.
Did we really just split up to cover
Yeah.
more ground?
Yup. Let's split up, gang.
We're
Velma?
idiots.
Velma,
mean,
Daphne, you're with me.
I don't know if I really said anything about it. More like I'll go find a fucking wheelchair and just went.
That seems about right. You're
Stan-
the boss. You don't
Yeah.
have to explain. You just do.
Pretty much.
Usually he tells others to do.
I know. Right now, I'm actually, having some initiative for once, and
All right, as you move.
it's almost like my uncle's words about community and family have had a very, very unfortunate effect on me tonight.
Oh, even better. Oh yes.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna end. It's okay. It's all good. So you do find another door open. It's not an open door. It's more of like a little alcove. There's a wheelchair. That being said, back there further, there is a door that has been pushed ajar, and we're gonna say, just for creepy purposes, there is a light that is like zzz, zzz, and you think you see someone sitting in that room.
I've been making terrible decisions all night. I'm not going to start making good ones
You
now.
know what? We'll even say even better. We'll say down the alcove in this door that has the doorknob's been busted off. It's been opened up. It's a supply closet. That's where you see the wheelchair. So then you have even more in-character motivation to be dumb.
All right, here we go. I will try to creep up to it to take a look in the room.
In the corner, outside. So, like, I will say, you know what? You don't even notice that at first. We'll just very narratively. You kind of pull back the wheelchair, and like an arm that was sitting on it falls, and there is a body there. Where all the other bodies you've seen and injuries you've seen, it's recently, as if the lockdown just happened. A smell begins to overwhelm you. This body has been here for a while.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
It's a body in scrubs.
Keep together.
His face has been ripped off.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Suddenly I'm almost of the mindset that maybe we don't need this wheelchair as bad as I thought we did. And
I got stabbed, Peter.
oh, god damn it.
You have the wheelchair. It is free of this corpse.
Okay.
The corpse is there.
Corpse scene.
Corpse have a name tag, a name badge. You said it's wearing scrubs.
It is.
Okay.
There is a hole right here, as if the name badge has been ripped off.
Oh, that's great. That's just.
It has no teeth either, or fingerprints.
What?
It's as if this thing's entire face, body, and everything distinguishing about it has been pulled from it.
Nope.
Nope. Here's wheelchair.
I think I'm going to back out right now, and unfortunately I can't close the door behind me because you said I believe the handle is.
Yeah. So as you walk down the hallway, one of the doors opens up.
Walk.
Yeah. And out of there will pop Michael Lincoln. Peter!
Fuck
you doing?
Eve is down the hallway. She got fucking stabbed when we were trying to get up here. God damn it!
He's doing the look of hurry.
I will go to him.
Gotcha. Well, he's like your brother. So you see behind him, there is your brother, comatose. Everything's set up. He's like, some fucked up shit is happening.
No shit. I don't even know what else fucking going on here. Everything is fucked up. I need to get this to Eve right now, and then I've got it's her, me.
He has a weapon. He has like a pistol. He's like, well, hurry up, boss.
Right. So I am going to run my ass back down that hallway with the wheelchair.
Run nice and loud. Let those hard bottom shoes just make all of the noise.
You know what?
You
You know what? I'm not gonna. Strolling along hasn't gotten us anywhere either. So.
Yeah. Try running this time. See how
Why
it goes.
not? He has eyes on me, I think. So.
You hope.
I hope. Yeah, I will make it back, hopefully, unless Adam has any more horror in store for me tonight.
You do make it back. It's all
Excellent.
fine.
Okay, I will unpack that later. Get her in the chair. I know where the others are. Michael and the others are here. They're armed, so let's fucking go.
Yep.
So you get back to Emmanuel's ICU room. So he's there. He gets you in there. He pulls out his phone. He's like, well, I got some good news. The doctor's here. Dr. Brooks is here. He's out there with the
Okay.
security team. They're going to be coming in here any minute, he says, putting away his phone.
At least we have
So-
that.
Eve, you're in the room with the helpless Emmanuel St. Clair.
Oh,
You
oh
can hear
no.
the guilt coming over you. All the things I've done, or all the things that have been done to those that I care about, the words of the Dominator speaking over you. Betray
I
them
put a spell on you.
because you're mine.
Now you're mine.
Make your disadvantage check,
Oh,
please.
no.
That being said,
I-
Carol, that being said, you are down 1 on your disadvantage rolls anyway.
Oh.
This is a custom disadvantage for you, so
Yep.
which is actually a spell on you. What did you get?
That's the singing. Hold on. 11. Wait, no, minus 110.
10. Still enough.
So no.
All right. So you may, as a part of this, you may opt out of this action that I'm going to potentially narrate for you in exchange for a mental breakdown of a loss 4 of stability as you break down in tears and pain. Or you can go through with what I'm going to narrate.
Oh, this is a tough decision. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, Peter. Don't look at me right now. Don't look at me in the eye.
I'm just
Don't-
looking at the screen. I don't know what you want me to do.
I know.
Make your own decisions.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm good for you. I'm not. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll for it. Even.
All right. I'm gonna let you make the
even we-
decision how you
yeah.
want.
Even we go through with it. Odd, I have a breakdown.
Okay.
It's odd. That's a 1. That's as odd as it
You're
gets.
gonna have a breakdown.
I'm gonna have a breakdown. But I think before she does that, you do see her like staring at Emmanuel, and like she takes the rosary off of her wrist first and draws it tight, and she's just staring at him, and then just
You are at critical stress.
Yep.
Irrational. You have a -2 to keep it together checks, a -3 at disadvantage rolls. That being said, you have a +1 to see through the illusion.
Oh, thanks.
So there you
Oh
go.
God.
Ooh.
So I will narrate what happened. Well, he's not the man who did it. He's his son. Essentially the living representative of who took her from you, your best friend. While everyone else is figuring out what to do, you take a step towards his broken body. You look at various cords or whatever you could pull, whatever you could do to harm the son who took your friend from you. You hear the words of the Dominator in your ear to take power over your own destiny. You reach forward to grab it. Anything, the life support monitor, you don't know what you're looking at, just anything. Take a hold of it. And that you go to pull, but it's not enough. The resistance of this machine is enough to snap you out of it. And you just cry and drop to the ground in grief. The lights come back on. And you guys can hear calls of people down the hall. The door opens, revealing some security, hospital security. They appear to be a little bit more beefed up than your average hospital security, but nothing out of the ordinary. Containment teams have entered the secure wing. Soon in, a doctor will walk in. He's not dressed like a doctor, but he does, since I brought this out. He'll walk in. He's like, what the hell is going on here? What kind of place are you running? He'll turn back to this very well-dressed woman. This is Keith Memorial Hospital. It's a state-of-the-art facility. Some of these patients would have no other place to go. Spare me. He checks the pulse. He looks over at the wreck that is Eve. He looks to Peter. What the hell's going on?
It's been a hell of a night.
Yeah. So he checks a couple of things. We got to get him out of here. And he looks at you, Peter. Did you say your prayers?
We just got here. We didn't have the chance.
You better say them now.
I said one. It counts. Fuck you, Peter.
The well-dressed woman will go, prayers won't help him, but we do have several promising new treatments, if the doctor would be interested.
Prayer always helps.
And at that point, everyone will begin their prayers. And if this were a movie or a TV show, we would have our montage for a moment as we slowly see all of you, your prayer exiting the secure wing in this slow motion as it cuts back to, even better, as it cuts to other people. But Simone, you didn't roll too well on your object of desire check, did you?
Sure didn't.
Uh-oh.
So as you-
Uh-oh.
As you go to leave, my question for you, before I continue, the young healer that has had eyes for you, is there anything your character would do to say anything to him if in this montage as we are wrapping up?
Yeah,
anything
Simone
like you
would
feel like-
definitely. She'd definitely take a second to thank him for taking care of Eve. And also to kind of check on his mental state, because he did witness me stab a dude a bunch.
Yeah. So when you say that, he's like, working here at Keith Memorial, he says kind of like, even though you're covered in blood, he seems to be blushing at it. He's like, people do a lot of things to protect their friends. So, and I've seen some strange things here.
I bet.
So maybe I'll see you sometime at Eden, he asks.
I'm there sometimes.
Okay. So you'll hear over here, like as they walk by, their security walk by. He's like, all right, we've secured subjects X and Y. We're still looking for Z. He's like, gotta go.
Thanks for all your help.
I'll mention it. So as we continue through our montage, we'll end with Joseph walking up to the administrator. And the administrator's like, oh God, it's not good that they were here. We may have to deal with this problem. Do you think you can handle it, Patient Z? And Joseph goes, I think I can handle it. And they look over at the corpse who is missing his face and fingers. I'm sure Joseph can handle any problem we need. And that's where we'll end it tonight.
God damn it, Adam.